It's been 1 month without my Mavic. How am I getting along? What's up, guys? Chad Beck with you here on the RC Models and 3D Printing channel. Today I'm going to talk about 10 things that I miss about my DJI Mavic. The first 3 are going to be at the top of my list. The rest of them are kind of in a give and take, really don't care order, but I really do think they need addressed. Now, as you know, all I have had is just the Spark, so that is what I am comparing it to. Let's get started. Number 1, I miss my scroll wheel for my exposure settings. I find when I'm out flying a lot, I'm flying in auto. When I do photos, I do things in manual, and I do some of that in video too, even though we know the video quality on the Spark isn't the best and it's not really worth playing around with a whole lot. Number 2, I miss OcuSync or Lightbridge or whatever. I miss that stable connection. You're able to get a more stable connection by using an OTG cable into the bottom. Some people will argue and say that 5.8 is fine and Wi-Fi is fine and you don't need the cable. Seems to vary from device to device, person to person. I like the cable, but I wish I had OcuSync. Number 3, no video profiles. Not even a D-Log. Makes it really hard to use different LUTs and stuff like that when you want to play around with your videos and try to make them look more pleasing. Not having a flat profile really stinks. So those were my top 3 big complaints. Now let's just kind of get into some overall complaints. I would say number 4, let's go with the lack of 2.7 or 4K video recording. I love shooting and having the ability to shoot in a higher frame rate. 60 frames a second, 120 frames per second. It was cool doing slow-mo and that kind of stuff with Mavic and with Phantom 4 Pro. Not having that available on the Spark is a big downer. I understand the market that this is targeted to, but it would be just awesome to have a little bit more functionality. Number 5, a bigger camera and the camera sensitivity. When it hits a certain time at dusk, the Spark is pretty much useless. What am I trying to say here? You get a super bright sky and an underexposed horizon, under the horizon, the ground, you know what I'm talking about down here. It's hard to find balance and equilibrium after a certain time in the evening or a certain time in the morning sunrise. What are we on now? Number 5 or 6? Let's just go with 5. I hate the fact that when I use my OTG cable that I have to basically tell my buttons what to do each time because DJI will not support the use of OTG cable in the app. So it resets them every time you plug it in and out. Battery life. It's not that it's a big deal because say 15-16 minutes with the Spark is still cool. You know, I've got 4 batteries. I can do what I want to do. If you total up the 2 batteries flight time with the Spark, you get more than 1 battery on the Mavic. But when you hit that 20%, you need to get in now, because if you are out there, those batteries plummet because they are lower voltage and they do not stand up to low power at all. Number 6. Yeah, number 6. Just the size of the Mavic and its power, its ability to sustain itself in the wind. The Spark does get blown around a little bit. It's amazing how stable it is and precise and everything else. But when you're wanting to do some of the cool quick shots and stuff like that, I found that at least 50 to 60% of the time, even with small winds, that those shots will get ruined because of a gust of wind and it'll just knock it off course a little bit. Number 7, I should have put this one up at the top of the list, but where in the hell are the expo and rate sensitivity settings in the Spark? The yaw is crazy. It's way too fast. We need expo. We need rate sensitivity. The cheapest my $50 Spectrum remote has that kind of stuff built into it. Why does this remote in this app not have that built into it, DJI? Fix this! We're just going to say that was number 8 too, because that's a huge complaint. I should have moved to the top. So number 9 and number 10, because I'm kind of running out of ideas here about things that I really hate about the Spark because I love it so much. So let's just go with the fact, no exposure wheel again. God, I missed that exposure wheel. I hate touching the iPad screen to have to change the exposure. It sucks. Oh my gosh. Why didn't they just make the Mavic remote work with the Spark? Why couldn't they just do that? I don't get it. Anyway, guys, what do you miss about your Mavic? If you sold it for a Spark, if you lost it, what do you love about your Spark? What do you hate about your Spark? What do you hate about my Spark? Whatever. Put it in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, that auto notification, all that kind of stuff. And we'll see you on the next video. Later.